Stream earlier because I forgot. How do you do the comeback?
Shane McMahon likes to showboat, but he better not get carried away.
This could end it in a hurry. Uh-oh, the tide might be turning. That's just great. His signature slam.
Is it enough to put Sami Zayn away?
He's making a statement here with this attack. Got the leg. What, dragons?
As Daniel Bryan performed diving attack to a standing
Through. That'll destroy a knee. Got the shoulders down. They did it!
No. I tried to kick out.
Some superstars doing what they do best. Here are the highlights.
Here are your winners, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan.
What a back-and-forth battle that was.
If these guys choose to stay together, they have all the makings of being one of the best duos WWE has ever seen.
With that win in the books, he's inflicting some serious pain here. Oh, this is dangerous right here.
Dang it.
It goes without saying that Shane is fighting an uphill battle right now, but Shane McMahon doesn't care.
You got to remember all the vitriol and contempt that Shane McMahon has had for months for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Well, Shane's understandably concerned about Daniel Bryan in his first match back in the ring, but Shane needs to be thinking about his own well-being.
We touched on Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon's disdain for each other. It became so personal that the only match suitable was a Hell in a Cell. It was almost calculating how KO...
Gotta get it right. Come on.
Kevin Owens has a motto of fight anyone. Proof of that came when he challenged SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon.
No, it's funny because I recall Kevin Owens having no choice. Shane McMahon had conspired to keep Owens far away from the United States Championship. Questionable officiating and a corruption of power on Shane's part forced Kevin Owens to retaliate.
We touched on Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon's disdain for each other. It became so personal that the only match suitable was a Hell in a Cell. It was almost calculating how KO baited Shane into that position.
Michael, I have no doubt that Kevin was expecting, even hoping, that Shane would try something insanely dangerous that night. And when Shane did, Kevin Owens had a guardian angel protecting him as he watched Shane crash from the very top of the cell.
Ooh, the elbow lands. Look at Shane McMahon here. That packed a punch, and he lands the slam.
Nice job by Shane McMahon.
Using his knee now. Look out, there he goes.
Knocked right off his feet.
Great offense by Shane McMahon. From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries.
Owens is looking one step closer to the unemployment line.
Oh, Kevin Owens hates lines. You know, cutting that one too. Brought in the hard way.
Tonight is a culmination of pent-up emotion since SummerSlam. Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn have been at odds for months. Not only the two sides, but we've also seen Bryan angry at Shane. The cover. That'll have you worrying about long-term injuries for sure. He gets the shoulder up before 3.
How in the world?
Oh, I think this man means business. That shot was perfect. If you get hit with a lot more of those, getting nailed once turns into a full-scale beating. That's not going to do it.
Shane McMahon right on the money with that kick out.
Shane's got a lot of fight. Now we have Sami Zayn on the attack. Shane is really taking a beating. Does he stay in with his mounting injuries or risk bringing in the equally hurt Daniel Bryan?
Well, this is no time to be a hero for Shane McMahon. Owens and Zayn are fighting for their jobs right now. Even before the ingenious attack from Owens and Zayn started this match, the odds have been in the Yep movement's favor all night. Just look at the shape Bryan and Shane are in.
I actually agree with you, Corey. Bryan has 3 years of ring rust to shake off, in addition to 2 brutal attacks from Zayn and Owens. Meanwhile, Shane is dealing with an umbilical hernia, a staph infection, and diverticulitis. Owens and Zayn, however, are on the same page.
This may very well be it. This is what makes him one of the best in the business. And he gets the shoulder up.
Yeah, it's going to take more than that.
Wow, he just slammed him with ease. Oh, elbow caught him right on the bridge of the nose.
Nice job by Shane McMahon.
You have to possess a different type of focus to punish an opponent like this. And the offensive display by Sami Zayn.
Now we have Sami Zayn on the attack.
And tagged in is Kevin Owens. Man, Kevin Owens, what offense. The human body can only absorb so much of that. There's a pin now. Not enough to end this one.
Shane McMahon right on the money with that kick out.
Shane's got a lot of fight.
The medical staff still dealing with Daniel Bryan after that cowardly attack from behind by Sami and Kevin.
You can form your own opinions on it, Cole. The fact of the matter is it was a brilliant sneak attack. Daniel Bryan was effectively removed from the equation before the bell could even ring.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
Look out!
Oh, guys, there's the... Reminding everyone that Daniel Bryan still remains at ringside, being tended to by our medical personnel after a blindsided attack by 2 men he once called friends.
This is not the way Daniel Bryan wanted to return to action. This is supposed to be a feel-good story. It's supposed to be a homecoming for Daniel.
Shane McMahon, big move coming.
That's a combination, bam! I'm not sure how much he has left.
With all his injuries, I can't believe Shane's even able to still move.
And the uppercut lands.
We've got a crowd of over 77,000 hoping for yet another...
Shoulders on the mat. Kicks out in the nick of time.
How'd he do that? Executed.
Corey Byron, the 2 of you touched on the highs and lows of Yeselmania. It goes without saying that Shane is fighting an uphill battle right now, but Shane McMahon doesn't care.
You've got to remember all the vitriol and contempt that Shane McMahon has had for months for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Well, Shane's understandably concerned about Daniel Bryan in his first match back in the ring, but Shane needs to be thinking about his own well-being.
Look at Shane McMahon here. Oh, elbow.
I'm sorry if you don't hear anything. It's just that...
It goes without saying that Shane is fighting an uphill battle right now, but Shane McMahon doesn't care.
You've got to remember...
Kevin Owens has a motto of fight anyone. Proof of that came when he challenged SmackDown Commissioner Shane McMahon.
Now, it's funny because I recall Kevin Owens having no choice. Shane McMahon had conspired to keep Owens far away from the United States Championship. Questionable officiating and a corruption of power on Shane's part forced Kevin Owens to retaliate.
We touched on Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon's disdain for each other. It became so personal that the only match suitable was a Hell in a Cell. It was almost calculating how KO baited Shane into that position.
Michael, I have no doubt that Kevin was expecting, even hoping, that Shane would try something insanely dangerous that night. And when Shane did, Kevin Owens had a guardian angel protecting him as he watched Shane crash from the very top of the cell.
Keep your eye on this one. Kevin Owens is a force within the ring. There's no recovering from that. Crashing down with authority. Just getting heaved around now like a toy. Great offense by Shane McMahon. That'll change his posture in a hurry. Going all the way up.
Shane is really taking a beating. Does he stay in with his mounting injuries or risk bringing in the equally hurt Daniel Bryan?
Well, this is no time to be a hero for Shane McMahon. Owens and Zayn are fighting for their jobs right now.
This kind of offense he's known for.
Check out Kevin Owens' offense.
A quick reversal by Shane McMahon.
Seeing Daniel Bryan on a stretcher at ringside at the start of this match is an eerie parallel to the last time Bryan was in this very venue, in the main event of WrestleMania 30.
Yeah, that's right, Corey. After an attack from Triple H earlier in the night, Bryan was in bad shape for the main event against Batista and Randy Orton. When the duo performed a Batista Bomb RKO combo on the announce desk, we thought the night would be over for the leader of the Yes Movement.
The two of you brought up Daniel Bryan's past history in this arena, and once again being put on a stretcher. In 2014, he fought back and eventually defeated Batista and Orton to become WWE Champion. I hope that Bryan can fight back and have another happy ending tonight. A back suplex. He's focusing on the face now. This is a level of destruction no one was expecting. DDT. Caught with the elbow.
Right on the jaw.
Vertical suplex.
Nice.
Zayn is becoming the target of vengeance sought by SmackDown Live's authority figures.
This is only the start of the punishment Zayn and Owens so richly deserve.
I think it was an ill-advised decision for Shane to start this match after his partner was taken out.
I agree with you, Corey, but it's bold. Obviously, we know Shane doesn't always fight with his head. He fights with his heart. That is not the wisest decision, but Shane McMahon felt he had no other choice.
Up and over with a suplex.
You know, Saxton, in the same manner that it's bold for Shane McMahon to continue fighting, it's also approaching levels of stupidity. This is more guts than brains is what it is.
And now it's 2-on-1 here. You got to admire the boldness of Shane McMahon going into this fight without Daniel Bryan, but the numbers are catching up to him.
Yeah, he's running hot right now, but we'll see if he can sustain it for long.
Oh! Arm drag. He's inflicting some serious pain here. Shane McMahon, big move coming.
That's a combination, bam!
This could be the turning point.
Remember, Byron, if Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, if they win, they'll be rehired to SmackDown. Shane McMahon with the opportunity here.
But he's got to capitalize now.
We've got to see that again, guys.
So nice, you got to see it twice.
Oh, I think this man means business.
Oh, no. Sami Zayn's dangerously close to losing his job alongside Kevin Owens right now.
Oh, I'm going to love seeing that when it happens.
And the referee starts his 10 count. Corey, we could argue that no one was happier to hear that Daniel Bryan was cleared than Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were. That's why it was shocking to see them turn on their friend.
Oh, listen, Daniel Bryan's dream was to come back and compete in the ring. And we're happy that he's back. The problem is he fired Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Now their dream is to fight Daniel Bryan. It's their dream to obliterate him.
Snake eyes! Legs taken out by the Russian leg sweep.
Wow, look at the quickness by Shane McMahon.
Leg sweep.
Nicely done.
Uh-oh.
I'm afraid to think what's going to happen next.
Gets him in position.
This is not going to end well for him, Michael.
And sent crashing back down.
We've got a crowd of over 77,000 hoping for yet another Yes-O-Mania tonight. Many fans here tonight were in this very arena 4 years ago when Daniel Bryan became WWE Champion. And who could forget next year's WrestleMania, where Bryan became Intercontinental Champion?
After that brutal attack to start the match, this match might end with the embarrassment similar to Bryan's first ever WrestleMania, where he lost the WWE Championship in 18 seconds.
Corey, Byron, the two of you touched on the highs and lows of Yes-O-Mania. Bryan's won and lost titles here, but I don't think he expected to go from the thrill of his first ring entrance in years to the pain of the pre-match attack so quickly. Here's hoping he can get back in this, and we'll be celebrating Yes-O-Mania here in New Orleans once again.
Yeah, he's running hot right now, but we'll see if he can sustain it for long.
Look at Shane McMahon here. He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Look out, and there it is. Oh, elbow.
Even before the ingenious attack from Owens and Zayn started this match, the odds have been in the Yes movement's favor all night. Just look at the shape Bryan and Shane are in.
I actually agree with you, Corey. Bryan has 3 years of ring rust to shake off, in addition to two...
Shane clearly on a mission here.
Remember,
Why is
Byron, if Sami
everything
Zayn and
upside
Kevin Owens,
down?
if they win, they'll be rehired to SmackDown Live.
That is not a comforting thought for Daniel Bryan or Shane.
Oh, I think this man needs business.
That should do it.
Wow, let's see that again.
Man, he is simply a walking highlight reel.
We've seen some great tag team action over the years here in WWE, and I can attest that this is no...
Shane McMahon with the cover. Oh, and breaking things up is Kevin Owens. Right across the injured abdomen. Owens and Zayn fighting for their livelihood, fighting for their careers.
There's a tag.
Owens now legal. KO looking to go up to the top rope. This will be such poetic justice.
Oh!
Frog splash! Cover on Shane!
No!
And breaking things up is Daniel Bryan.
Desperation on both sides here.
Well, Daniel Bryan was out of here. He left on a stretcher. Well, he did, but he's now back. And Owens and Zayn are beside themselves.
Owens and Zayn thought it was a foregone conclusion.
Oh, no! Went for the cannonball. Shane moved out of the way. Bryan's back up on the apron. Oh, and what a right hand. Fighting back, trying to make a tag. Meanwhile, from behind, he's got him. Looking for a silver hold here. Daniel Bryan wants the tag. Almost, but not quite. And Shane now creates separation. Could this be his moment?
Shane absolutely desperate. Needs to make this tag and needs to make it now.
Can he get there? Can he make the tag to Daniel Bryan? If he does, this place will explode.
Shane crawling with everything he's got, trying to inch himself closer to Daniel Bryan.
Almost there. Almost there.
Yes.
Tag made.
Here we go.
And here comes Daniel Bryan. His return to WWE in-ring competition. And Bryan unloading with the right hands. And look at Bryan go. Knocks him off of the apron. Daniel Bryan is on fire right now.
Bryan attacking with a fury.
A moment we never thought we'd see. Vintage Bryan as he lands at his feet. Full speed ahead. Bryan, down he goes. Bryan fired up. Oh, wow. Baseball slide takes him out.
Daniel Bryan from the apron.
The knee connects.
He's inflicting some serious pain here. I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope.
Daniel Bryan on the top rope. Oh, the missile drop kick.
Daniel Bryan came down hard. You got to wonder if the injuries are coming into play.
Bryan's just right. Uh-oh, from behind.
Oh, Daniel Bryan, though.
Rolls him off.
And now what does Bryan do? Turns his attention back to the corner. Ooh, the running drop kick. And the other one on the other side. And Daniel Bryan looks like the Daniel Bryan of old.
Like he hasn't missed a step.
Bryan controlling the entire tempo of this match by himself.
This is incredible. What a moment. Whoa. You gotta believe this one's over. And it's reversed.
What's leg knee strike?
He lands the punch. Now that's a display of excellent ring awareness.
Nicely done.
Now, how do you start your comeback? Where's the comeback?
Using all his power to drive him to the mat.
Got him good with the elbow there.
I think this man means business.
And his elbow finds the mark. Down he goes.
That'll do it every time.
Vertical suplex.
Nice.
Taken down by the dragon screw.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Look out. That'll make your heart beat.
Oh, what's it going to be? Ooh, very powerful hatch suplex.
He's going for it all.
Look at this. Elbow drop.
Looking for the win.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Oh, what's it going to be?
Hatch suplex.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Some things never leave you. In the case of Daniel Bryan, he has to find his incredible resiliency once more.
Driving his knee down.
Dodges out of the way.
So damaging. One move after the other. It's devastating. Toss to the outside. Oh, I think this man means business.
Oh, what's it going to be?
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Oh, boy, he is rolling.
He wants no part of the outside.
This is it.
As Daniel Bryan
Surprises him with those kicks.
Okay.
Did enough to put Sami Zayn away.
Oh, what's it going to be?
Oh, I think this man means business. And Sami Zayn reverses it.
Oh, look at the cast. That was pretty.
What a scoop slam. There goes KO with the mind games.
Touching clutch. That has got to be it.
I can't believe it. He broke the hold.
And just in the nick of time, Cole, his face was turning all sorts of colors.
His kick connects.
Offense like this is exactly how a competitor takes control of a match. You have to think that's it.
Got the leg.
Flawless takedown.
Oh, what's it going to be?
We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe.
Just a jarring blow to the jaw.
When this guy's on, look out. It's got to be hard to rebound from that one. That's called being driven straight down to the canvas. What power. Nice move.
Showing off some of his speed there. Oh, Zayn dodged that one. Lightning quick.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Wait a minute. Leaving himself open here. Yeah, guys, I can't think of a worse place for him to be right now. That was impressive.
Turning it around, it's Sami Zayn with the reversal.
Dragon screw.
That'll tear your knee up.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
There goes KO with the mind games. It's got to be over now. That's how you move up the ladder here in WWE. This guy can go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Oh, no. Setting him up for something here.
And whatever it is, it's going to hurt, and it's going to hurt bad.
Oh, God, what a German suplex.
Unreal.
Look at this. This could do it.
Uh-oh. He's making a statement here with this attack. Nothing gentle about that landing.
Looking for a repeat.
Second time's a charm.
This one is over.
He got him good there.
So damaging.
Got the leg. What dragon screw.
That'll destroy a knee.
Here we go.
The human body can only absorb so much of that. You have to possess a different type of focus to punish an opponent like this.
Now he's working that exploit.
This is a level of destruction no one was expecting.
Oh, he got him. Let's look at this again.
Brings down his opponent, and here it is, Corey. Got him in the S-lock.
That's how you put an exclamation point on a match.
They got it. And here's another look at some incredible action from a match that we're not likely to stop talking about for a...
Hope everybody at home set those DVRs, because that was a match you're going to want to watch again and again and again. Epic.
Here are your winners, Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan.
That's it for this tag team match, and what a thrilling match it was.
When you put these two together, victory is really the only plausible outcome.
The crowd here tonight certainly seemed to appreciate the efforts. What a great match.
Since I've returned to the ring, everyone wants to know, what's next for Daniel Bryan? Well, I'm not even sure I know the answer to that question. What a comeback story! There are so many amazing superstars who I never got the chance to face before I retired. Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Angle, AJ Styles. The dream match possibilities are endless. If I've learned anything from my difficult road in WWE, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And no matter
Anybody else see that guy doing the yes chant and being angry?
Daniel Bryan's a little bit softer than Bryan Danielson. It's not my fault! And that comes from being in all these buildings where we have showers and trainers and tape available. Bryan Danielson on the independents didn't have any of that. Like, you just go out there, it's gritty, it's rough, and you have to have a certain amount of mental toughness. But Daniel Bryan is a lot more savvy, a more intelligent in-ring performer, knows when to do stuff, why he's doing it. So, Daniel Bryan versus Bryan Danielson, it's kind of a toss-up. I'm going to let you decide.
Guys, this is a dream match right here. Daniel Bryan is taking on indie wrestling superstar Bryan Danielson.
It's going to be a nightmare for that Danielson nerd when Daniel destroys this internet darling.
These guys have eerily similar styles, so I look forward to seeing how they match up.
Elbow drop.
That strike hit the spot. There's no way he could have avoided that blow.
Oh, what's it going to be?
One move after the other. It's devastating.
This Danielson kid is falling behind. He obviously can't keep up with a true professional like Daniel Bryan.
As much as I hate to say it, Danielson could use some training. He seems like a perfect fit for NXT.
That'll have you worrying about long-term injuries for sure.
I'm a fan of this Bryan Danielson kid, but he's at a severe disadvantage tonight. Daniel Bryan's a 19-year veteran, while Bryan Danielson has only been at this for 4 years.
I agree, Corey, but Danielson is a fast learner and has already wrestled in Japan and has honored some of America's top independent promotions.
Putting it all on the line.
The two of you discussed Danielson's inexperience tonight. Have you seen his velocity in heat matches? His competition isn't exactly main event caliber.
I hate to agree with you, but Danielson's only faced a few WWE competitors. Guys like Jamie Noble and Rico are talented, sure, but not exactly on the level of a Triple H or a Randy Orton.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe.
When's the last time you think this Bryan Danielson kid had a date? Huh, Saxton? High school, maybe? He looks like the type of guy who would go to his prom alone. You can relate to that, can't you?
Well, it's not about me. And listen, I can't speak to Danielson's dating habits, but I'm sure right now, early in his career, he's more focused on honing his craft and learning the business.
Cole was making assumptions of Bryan Danielson's dating life. Sounds like you'd have something in common with Danielson then, Cole. It's not like I've ever seen any proof that you even had a prom date.
Hey, you're just going to have to trust me when I say my date was smoking hot. Now, comparing these two men, Daniel Bryan landed a real woman in Brie Bella while becoming... Here he goes.
From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries.
His shoulders are down.
Look, I've spent time outside of the ring with Bryan Danielson and Daniel Bryan, and I have to say,
Neither guy's going to party till they drop, but they're nice guys, but
looking for all the glory here. And a near fall.
I don't believe it. He refuses to lose.
very powerful hatch suplex.
Pinning predicament. And he got a near fall out of it.
I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down?
Oh, no, we've got a problem here, guys.
No kidding. Who knows what will happen next?
Clearly on a mission here.
He's going for the pin. I wouldn't have been surprised if that was it. Wow.
Wow, what's it going to take?
Just looking at these two guys tonight, you can see which one is a star. Daniel Bryan is wearing those fancy boots and has a well-manicured beard, while this dork Danielson is out here in boring white trunks and a shaved head. Who would ever shave their head?
Oh, just be nice, Michael. Maybe this Bryan Danielson guy can't grow a beard. Though, I can't excuse that outfit choice either.
You're one to give fashion advice, Saxton.
That slam put him in a bad way, guys. He may be a dweeb, but I'll say that this Bryan Danielson guy is at least respectful of authority. I saw him shaking a lot of hands backstage before the match.
Daniel Bryan has a good reason to defy authority. He spent years being held down by Triple H and the McMahons. Danielson is a young guy who hasn't learned some harsh truths yet.
That one fails to connect.
Great idea by him. Too bad it was awfully executed, though.
We were discussing, it's got to be hard to rebound from that one.
But I don't know how much gas he has.
Perfectly executed.
To think, I almost wrote him off earlier.
And he fights his way free.
He's got to be working on instinct right now, Cole.
Bryan Danielson calls himself a dragon. Daniel Bryan has been referred to as a goat. Normally that would be a mismatch, but I think both these guys could rule the animal kingdom of WWE.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Incoming.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Saxton brought up the animal nicknames of our two competitors here, and that's not just for t-shirts.
We know what's coming here. We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
What a combination, Cole. That might just do it here. These two guys have some similar moves. They must have trained at the same school or something, but I digress. Danielson's faster hitting, but Daniel Bryan has a slightly bigger repertoire.
Looking at it a second time.
Corey, you mentioned the similarities of Danielson's repertoire.
Going for the double play with this move.
That has got to be it.
He's got the shoulders down. Going all the way up.
Look at this.
And the dive connects.
Daniel Bryan overcomes his past.
Turning back the hands of time.
These superstars put on quite a show. Here's another look.
Here is your winner, Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan has shown how much a man can learn, how much a man can grow when he's...
Happy birthday, everybody. So if I weren't doing this, I would like to be a farmer. I love looking at you and seeing you eating all. I think it's a very rewarding experience to be out in the dirt with your hands and making food.
Congratulations. You have proven that you're no weak link and completed all the matches while clearing each objective. Many asked if it could be done, and you answered with a loud yes, yes, yes. Here is 3,500 for coins for this 5-star display. Actually, I want to play.
What would happen if Daniel Bryan faced Bryan Danielson? Daniel Bryan's have showers and trainers and tape available. Bryan Danielson on the independent didn't have any of that. Like, you just go out there,
Tape,
it's gritty, it's rough, and you have to have a certain toughness.
and you had to have a job, second job actually.
More savvy, a more intelligent in-ring performer who knows when to do stuff, why he's doing it. So Daniel Bryan versus Bryan Danielson, it's kind of a toss-up. I'm gonna let you decide.
Guys, this is a dream match right here. Daniel Bryan is taking on indie wrestling superstar Bryan Danielson.
It's going to be a nightmare for that Danielson nerd when Daniel destroys this internet darling.
These guys have eerily similar styles, so I look forward to seeing how they match up.
Corey, I've seen the shoulders are down, and there's the kick out.
Too soon.
He'll be feeling the effects of that for a while.
He goes for the cover.
He's a long way from a 3 count, I can tell you that.
That's either sheer genius or complete stupidity, Cole.
You know, you just can't teach experience. You have to live it. That gives Daniel Bryan a huge advantage in this match.
Good point, Corey. They say there's no greater teacher than adversity, and Daniel Bryan has earned a wealth of knowledge from that teacher.
He misses the dive.
And unfortunately for him, there was no water in the pool.
He's displaying classic offense here.
When you guys talk about adversity being Daniel Bryan's greatest teacher, it reminds me how Bryan Danielson must have been the hugest teacher's pet. Sort of like you, Saxton. He probably stayed after school and got first place at the science fair right before someone jammed him into a locker where nerds like Danielson belong.
Wow, you seem to be harboring a lot of feelings of contempt toward Bryan Danielson, Cole, when in fact, he might be your kindred spirit. I just hope you could stay professional and not get too personal calling this match.
A win here tonight would be monumental for Bryan Danielson. Beating a main eventer like Daniel Bryan could spring this newcomer into the title picture.
Wow, that's a hot take there, Saxton. Of course, any guy who can beat Daniel Bryan rises in the power rankings. The only question is, what title Bryan Danielson would contend for?
The two of you brought up the extremely unlikely scenario of Bryan Danielson winning and trying for a title. Win or lose, Danielson needs the help of a veteran. Maybe he could team with his opponent tonight and try the tag team ranks.
Well, given his lean frame and speed in the ring, Danielson could potentially contend with 205 Live's best. He'd be a pretty good cruiserweight champion.
Michael, you seem to harbor an extreme dislike for Bryan Danielson. Why do you hate the kid so much?
Saxton, he's a nerd. This Danielson guy can't get a girlfriend, and he never watches TV. Meanwhile, Daniel Bryan does a reality show with his gorgeous wife, Brie Bella.
You don't have to yell.
Showing off some of his speed there.
Oh, what incredible power.
Wow, what a vertical suplex. This is a level of destruction no one was expecting. Yes, and Bryan Danielson may have just closed the book on this one.
This could be it, guys.
How'd he do that?
I don't know, Michael, but good thing. I don't think he could have taken much more of that.
These two guys have some similar moves. They must have trained at the same school or something, but I digress. Danielson's faster hitting, but Daniel Bryan has a slightly bigger repertoire.
So damaging.
But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough?
Oh, man.
Just when you thought he had nothing left. Corey, you mentioned the similarities of Danielson's repertoire to Daniel.
And he escapes the submission.
And good thing. That could have been disastrous.
The human body can only absorb so much of that. Oh, I think this man means business. This Danielson kid is falling behind. He obviously can't keep up with a true professional like Daniel Bryan.
As much as I hate to say it, Danielson could use some training. He seems like a perfect fit for NXT.
Look, I've spent time outside of the ring with Bryan Danielson and Daniel Bryan, and I have to say, neither guy's going to party till they drop. But they're nice guys, but they can be a little bit awkward in social situations.
Neither guy has the life of the party, but I know if Daniel Bryan invited me to a party, I'd at least have a lot of other people to talk to. But I'll never go to a Bryan Danielson party because I'll be the only person there. Danielson's best friend is a plant. Get him locked in tight, guys.
Game, set, match. This one is over. Those eyes are telling a painful story right now.
He forces his way free.
Man, he just has so much resolve.
It's got to be hard to rebound from that one.
You know, you just can't teach experience. You have to live it. That gives Daniel Bryan a huge advantage in this match.
Good point, Corey. They say there's no greater teacher than adversity, and Daniel Bryan has earned a wealth of knowledge from that teacher.
From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries. Wow. Yes, and Bryan Danielson may have just closed the book on this one.
Here's his moment, Michael.
What are you guys talking about? Oh, and he breaks free.
But the damage might have already been done, Michael.
Ow, that hurt. Oh, my, how in the world did he kick out of that?
I am in shock. What's it going to take to keep this guy down?
And a pin attempt. No, this isn't possible. These guys feel no love for each other. Here's another look.
I could watch highlights of that one all night long. One of the great WWE matches I've ever been able to watch. Leave the time machine under the cave. Bryan Danielson has defeated one of the greatest of all time.
Someone save me. This is the trajectory WWE is going.
Well, happy birthday, everybody. So if I weren't doing this, I would like to be a farmer.
What did it say? Sonya Deville. Deville.
It's Bailey!
Yeah, hug life.
Sit down, Byron. Don't touch me.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And from San Jose, California, Bailey.
Byron, time to put your hair up and square up. Well, you don't have any hair, but you get the point.
And from Chemung, New Jersey.
New Jersey?
What a clothesline! Ouch! Oh no, she's in a bad way now. Wow, that's any indication she's not taking any prisoners in this one.
Snap suplex.
She's starting to sweat a bit. Nothing she can't fire back from, though.
Pump the brakes a bit, Cole. I know exactly what you're thinking, and I can tell you with all certainty, she still has plenty of gas.
He's in control now following that slam. Nice. She goes for the cover. No, a kick out.
Nice kick out there.
Ah, she gets out of it.
She has renewed life now, Michael.
Clearly on a mission here. Putting it all on the line.
Look out. Did you see that vertical?
Scoop slam.
One move after the other. It's devastating.
She is on fire.
Neck breaker.
Oh, going to the top. High risk.
Look at this. Ooh, nice ups. We got a cover. And how they survive that is anyone's guess.
She's still in this one.
Sonya Deville has been roughed up pretty hard here.
This match is certainly starting to test her mettle.
You can't help but think that this is the end of the road for her here tonight. I mean, she's flat out of gas out there.
Guys, she's going to be feeling the effects of this beatdown for days, maybe even a week. Who knows?
Boom. Nice. She goes for the cover. Digging deep for a kick out.
She's still in this one.
Great offense by Bayley.
Look at her go.
Got her where she wants her.
Big time move coming up. There it is.
Hurricane Rana.
And she's driven to the mat hard. And it's Bayley feeling fired up.
Bayley's looking to end it.
That'll have you worrying about long-term injuries for sure.
Man, she knows how to make a comeback.
But now can Bayley capitalize?
Look at Bayley making her move.
You have to possess a different type of focus to punish an opponent like this.
That should do it.
Now that got those shoulders on the mat.
The cover, and this one's history. What a win.
Here is your winner, Bayley.
Well, that one was over before it even started.
There's nothing more pure than picking up a win in a good old-fashioned one-on-one fight.
You may be in New Orleans tonight, but I assure you there was nothing easy about that win right there.
On the rise. And what will be a... She drops her with a clothesline. Each of these competitors looks to gain momentum with a win tonight.
Whoever gets the early advantage could take this thing to a win. The only thing that would make this match more enjoyable to watch would be if I was calling it without you two bozos interrupting me.
Driven down. Byron, she has no idea where she is right now.
And I assure you, the top of that turnbuckle is not where you want to be when you're in this kind of condition.
That back was clearly part of her game plan heading in.
Look at this. She releases the hold.
That's a little surprising, no?
Ooh.
Hey, Boyce got her there.
That'll have you worrying about long-term injuries for sure. Now that's striking with pinpoint accuracy. You can't take too many of those. She has some reason to be concerned here, but she knew this match wasn't going to be easy.
If you're worried about her now, you haven't seen many of her matches. She can withstand so much more punishment than this.
Well, there's still plenty of match to go here, guys. Unless something crazy happens, I don't envision this being the end of the road for her. Bayley is showing she can talk trash and taunt with the best of them.
A spectacular maneuver.
She's looking wobbly, guys.
And I assure you the hazards outside the ring are very, very real.
This is a bad situation.
That could break a nose. Looking defenseless right now.
She's got to get back in the ring, Michael.
Whips into the barricade.
Goes right through it.
You know, I've known Bayley for a long time, and it pains me to say how susceptible she is to being betrayed. For some reason, her trust and kindness become a weakness that many superstars have exploited.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
Oh, right to the throat. Great move.
Now that's a display of excellent ring awareness.
Nicely done.
This is going to be big, one way or another.
Bayley is showing she could talk trash and taunt with the best of them.
Look at this. Here she goes, guys. Bayley's looking to end it with such authority.
This is all but over.
I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope. Incoming. That's how you make an impact.
Now it's Bayley on her heels.
But this certainly isn't something she can't come back from.
You know, she's the kind of competitor that actually likes getting hit. It motivates her. And this might just be what she needs to put her over the top, believe it or not.
I'll be shocked if that's not it.
Some people might not agree, but I think sometimes Bayley can be a bit too much.
Bayley's looking to end it.
Oh, man, she's rolling now.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
Look out! Dodges that one.
Oh, the reversal by Bayley. Look at this.
Oh, that's it. What a splash.
Look at her go.
Great one-on-one action here tonight. It doesn't get much better than this.
Snap suplex.
I'm told her photo galleries are responsible for a good portion of WWE's.com's huge traffic numbers last month.
I want to take a moment to thank all of you for tuning in to one of the greatest women's matchups I've ever seen. Bayley's looking to end it, and she lands the slam.
Wow, she's fought her way all the way back here. Peyton Royce was able to get out of the way there. Bayley's on the attack.
And it's Bayley feeling fired up. Up the turnbuckle goes Bayley.
Bayley's looking to end it.
She connects with a beautiful dive.
That should do it. Man, I wonder if Peyton Royce can survive this.
And the shoulders up. Wow, I am impressed. Big slam. Hold on, guys. This isn't good.
No question about it, Cole.
Got her where she wants her.
Big time move coming up.
Incoming. A quick reversal by Bayley. And Bayley tries the early cover. I wouldn't have been surprised if that was it. Wow.
I can't believe she kicked out there.
Boom. Nice.
Oh, man, she's rolling now. And it's Bayley feeling fired up.
Bayley's looking to end it.
Another slam here. Man, she knows how to make a comeback. Oh, man, Peyton Royce is in trouble.
Here comes Bayley. She hits it. Bayley brings everyone to their feet. She goes for the cover.
There's the pin. It's over. It's all over.
Here is your winner, Bayley.
And that's a win for Bayley.
I got a feeling we're going to be talking about her for a long time to come.
We may be in New Orleans tonight, but I assure you there was nothing easy about that win right there.
Damn.
And her opponent,
The middle looks
Yorktown
too big.
Heights, New York, Mandy Rose.
God's greatest creation is here.
Great offense by Bayley. You can feel the electricity running through this arena. This is going to be some battle. One-on-one, mano-a-mano. Her back is in some real pain now.
Scoop slam. Up and over with a suplex.
I've made it quite clear how offensive I find Bayley's hugs, but I will admit the belly-to-belly suplex will take you right out of your boots.
Bayley's on the attack.
Okay.
It's perfect that Bayley's big move, the belly-to-belly, shows just how precise and powerful Bayley can be. When the hugger plants the opposition with her twist on the classic suplex, it's all over.
I remember when Bayley gave Nia Jax a super Bayley to belly off the middle rope in NXT. And when Bayley was on Team Raw at the 2016 Survivor Series, the Bayley to belly on Becky Lynch sealed the victory for her team. Hugs all around.
And she slams her back down.
She's looking a little unsteady. I can tell you this is not how she envisioned this match going, guys.
She's not looking so good here, guys. She's going to need to find a way to fend off some of this offense, and quickly.
If she's not careful, this could very easily spiral out of control for her in a hurry.
Bayley has spent her whole career with many of her peers doubting her abilities. The competition tends to overlook Bayley and disregard her accomplishments. I'm always perplexed as to why Bayley doesn't receive more respect.
And now, Michael, to pick up on what you said about Bayley not getting respect, it dates all the way back to her time at NXT. You would think after her success there, no one would really underestimate her again.
I'll sum up the answer. Bayley came over to larger waters up against bigger fish, and now she's just happy with her spot at the kiddie table while the adults run the women's division.
Great offense by Bayley.
Mandy Rose's toughness getting tested here.
I don't know how much more punishment she can take.
I don't like her chances right now, guys. You just can't expect her to be able to climb a ladder after what her body's gone through here tonight.
We have Mandy Rose competing here tonight. Let's talk strategy, Byron. Let me start with...
Actually, I'll take this, Cole. There is no strategy when taking on Mandy Rose. She's God's greatest creation. You literally cannot compete with that. Case closed. Question over.
You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now.
Well, we had Corey giving his unbiased strategy discussion concerning Mandy Rose before. Byron, do you have an answer now?
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, Mandy can be defeated. And you need to neutralize her Absolution ally, Sonya Deville. Together, they can be tough to beat. But if you work on them one at a time, it's possible to earn a win.
Uh-oh. She's not playing any games tonight. Everyone better watch out.
Even me. Let's make sure everyone's clear on the rules of a TLC match. There are no pinfalls, no countouts, no disqualifications, and no submissions. The only way to win is to climb the ladder and retrieve the championship or championships that are suspended high above the ring. She is on fire. Bayley's on the attack.
Earlier, Byron, you took us through the rules of a TLC match. Something to point out is that for TLC tag team matches, there are no traditional tag team match rules as far as tagging in and out with your partner. It's all team members in the ring at the same time, which used to be known as Texas Tornado rules back in the day.
TLC matches are fought under the premise of anything goes.
Bayley's looking to end it.
Oh, incredible move by Bayley. This one is over. Keep your eye on this one.
Mandy Rose has been successful in WWE, but she also has the less than honorable distinction of being the first person eliminated in both the inaugural Women's Royal Rumble and Women's Elimination Chamber.
That's it. It's over. It's over. Michael brought up Mandy Rose's lack of success in the Royal Rumble and the Elimination Chamber, but I have to say she didn't have the luck of the draw in either case, drawing spot number 4 in the Rumble and being the first person out of a pod in the Elimination Chamber.
Saxton, quit judging Mandy Rose. Only God can judge Mandy Rose, and she's been deemed God's greatest creation. Mandy Rose was the victim of a conspiracy at the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber, and she got those bad entrance numbers.
Bayley's looking to end it.
And Bayley makes her pay for all that. That should do it.
Both of these competitors have so much resolve, it's going to take a minor miracle to keep one of them down. Corey, you mentioned this earlier, but it bears repeating. The match had incredible historical significance. The World Heavyweight Championship dates back to the early 1900s. The WWE Championship dates back to 1963. And the first WWE Champion, Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers. There was a big fight feel in Houston, Texas that night.
It looked like the Viper was going to win after he handcuffed Cena to the bottom rope, but Cena detached the rope and fought back against Orton. Both men struggled until the Apex Predator ripped Cena off the ladder, forcing him to land face first on a table. The Viper became immortalized when he grabbed both historic prizes and became the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, she wants this win bad.
All right, listen up, morons, especially you, Byron. A tables, ladders, and chairs match, commonly known as a TLC match, originated thanks to three of the greatest tag teams of all time. I'm talking about the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, and Edge and Christian. You got the tables for the Dudleys, the ladders for the Hardys, and the chairs for E&C.
Corey, you spoke about the TLC match. It is interesting to note that the TLC match was created because of the incredible triangle ladder match the Dudley Boys had against the Hardys and Edge and Christian for the WWE Tag Team titles at WrestleMania 2000. And that was just the beginning.
You got that right, Mike.
Look at Bayley making her moves. She hits it. Bayley brings everyone to their feet.
Game, set, match. This one is over.
Here comes Bayley. Well done.
This one's over, guys.
Let me tell you, the human body was not meant to be slammed like that.
So damaging. The 2016 TLC match was the 19th in history, and it would not be for the faint of heart. There was no way to predict which superstar was going to incapacitate his opponent first to climb up the ladder. AJ Styles showed he was more than comfortable battling in TLC's environment of twisted, unforgiving steel and solid wood.
Both men had bad intentions, as displayed by AJ Styles when he executed a springboard 450 splash out to the floor that put Ambrose through a table. That wasn't enough to put Ambrose away, but James Ellsworth pushed Ambrose off the ladder, out of the ring, and through a table. That's how AJ Styles retained his championship.
Look at this.
You can see the pain on her face after that slam.
She's flipped the switch, and the light is on.
Bayley's looking to end it. Over and over and over. We're seeing the same move being used.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
Look at Bayley making her moves. You have to possess a different type of focus to punish an opponent like this.
Victory is on the horizon.
Things are not looking very good right now. Going to have to find a way to regroup.
Got the ladder where it needs to be, but as we know, that's only half the battle. Check this out. Here we go.
I don't know, guys. Okay, here we go. I guess she, I really can't believe what's gone down so far. This match has been even more physical than I thought it would be. Yes! Takes it!
Here is your winner, Bayley.
It's all over and Bayley stands victorious.
That's a statement win, Michael.
What now? I hate phones. Thanks a lot, Alexander Graham Bell, or whatever your name was, who created phones.
One half of the Australian duo known as the Iconics.
And her opponent, from Sydney, Australia,
Definitely an electric feeling to this venue tonight.
What did it say?
Hip drop. Well, if that's any indication, she's not taking any prisoners in this one. Her acrobatic skills never cease to amaze me.
Look at this. Oh, what incredible power.
Wow, what a vertical suplex. Here comes Bayley.
Oh, incredible move by Bayley.
Got every ounce of that one. This could be over.
Oh, man, Billie Kay doesn't even know where she is.
Look at Bayley making her move.
This might be it. Oh, my. I think this is the beginning of the end, Michael.
Put it in the books. There's no coming back from a splash like that.
Back between the ropes. Oh, this is dangerous right here.
Up goes Bayley.
She's beginning to take some heat here. She definitely doesn't want to absorb much more punishment if she wants to be successful here tonight.
She's not going away yet.
Have to put in a little more work than that.
It's all academic from here.
And she turns it around on her.
Oh, the reversal by Bayley.
Russian leg sweep.
Oh, no. She's in a bad way now.
She goes for the cover. She's still in it.
Gonna take more than that.
Right to the back of the neck. It's obvious Billie Kay is feeling the pain that has been dealt out so far.
This is not at all where she wants to be right now. At this point,
She goes for the cover.
She's flipped the switch and the light is on.
How did she kick out?
Wow. Bayley's looking to end it.
Well, she wants this win bad.
Wow, she's fought her way all the way back here.
Let me tell you, the human body was not meant.
She slams her down with great force.
I bet you. Here's the cover.
The pinfall and the victory.
Here is your winner, Bayley.
Look who's in her house.
And from Norwich, England, Paige.
Singles action is underway, and in this one, I wouldn't attempt to predict what's going to happen. I'd just be ready for anything. Sometimes that's all you can do. Great offense by Bayley.
One move after the other. It's devastating.
Bayley's on the attack.
Not sure why, but she releases the hold.
I think she sensed her opponent was about to break free.
Great offense by Bayley.
Looks like Paige is starting to slip a bit.
This is not how she drew this one up.
If you're worried about her now, you haven't seen many of her matches. She can withstand so much more punishment than this.
She certainly hasn't looked impressive here tonight, guys, but it's still early and things can turn around on a dime here in WWE. Bayley's on the attack. One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. It's like having a giant bullseye on an arm, leg, ankle, or shoulder.
She's starting to get on a roll.
Look at her go.
Oh, wow. Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important as submission match to be able to reverse the submission move from an opponent as it is to apply a submission maneuver to an opponent. If a superstar can't reverse an opponent's submission, then they're certainly going to be in trouble.
Some superstars have more than one submission at their disposal and become...
Here comes Bayley.
And there's that corner exploder suplex.
I don't see Paige coming back from that one.
Dropped by a clothesline, and she's knocked off her feet.
I think that one caught her by surprise, Michael.
It's got to be hard to rebound from that one.
I don't see Paige coming back from that one.
Oh, and she gets out of it.
She has renewed life now, Michael.
Simply incredible athleticism.
Look at this. She lets her out.
She better have a good reason for this, Cole, because she just had her seconds away from tapping, I think.
In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
Oh, man, she is rolling now.
Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of a submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit. Bayley's looking to end it.
And Bayley makes her pay for all that.
I don't see Paige coming back from that one.
Hold on, guys. This isn't good.
No question about it, Cole.
Byron, she has no idea where she is right now.
And I assure you, the top of that turnbuckle is not where you want to be when you're in this kind of condition.
Oh, how the heck do you get up from that?
Paige just barely gets out of the way.
Pure power on display right there.
When we talk about submission matches, we have to speak about one that, in many people's eyes, set the standard. It was WrestleMania 13. Bret the Hitman Hart was in a heated rivalry with a brash star on the rise named Stone Cold Steve Austin. This match started like no other submission match, with the two superstars battling in the crowd and attempting to use ring steps as a weapon.
Great offense by Bayley.
Byron, you mentioned the submission match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. The rivalry between the Hitman and Stone Cold was so intense that WWE had no choice but to appoint mixed martial arts champion Ken Shamrock as the special guest referee. The Hitman didn't waste any time focusing his assault on Austin's injured knee.
Steve Austin was busted open, and in the ringside area, it looked like a tornado went through. Once locked in the sharpshooter, Austin refused to give up. Stone Cold passed out due to the excruciating pain, which was considered a submission, giving the Hitman the victory. If it's not the greatest match of all time, it's certainly in the discussion.
Paige just barely gets out of the way.
There's no coming back from that.
She's a lady that can crank it up.
That landed perfectly.
Wow, what a move by Paige.
Paige can draw the curtains on this fight.
The cloverleaf.
Wow, what a gritty performance.
Look at that, she escapes.
Talk about coming up clutch, guys.
Snap suplex.
We're looking at complete domination here.
Whoa, impressive. You would say that again. I never thought she'd break free from that one.
And now it's Bayley on her heels.
She doesn't want this lack of momentum to snowball.
With an endearing personality and affectionate demeanor, Bayley can appear to be a pushover, but that might be exactly what she wants you to think.
Well, both sides of that coin are true. I would be very accepting of a Bayley hug outside of competition, but I would do all I can to avoid one in a match.
Paige with the excellent move to get out.
Picking up Byron's wishful thinking of actually getting a hug from Bayley. It's true that in the confines of a match, Bayley's loving hug soon turns into a devastating Bayley to belly.
I'm usually against Bayley's hugs, and that's all. I just don't like them. I don't care if I was in the ring or out of the ring. I just avoid them at all costs.
Corey, we know Bayley can be a threat in the women's division, but her game isn't without its flaws. How should her opponent expose those?
We've seen Bayley lack killer instinct. She won't go where other women often will. Take her to a place where she's uncomfortable, a place where her only chance to win would require ruthlessness, and watch her indecision destroy her.
Look at Bayley making her moves.
She's not playing any games tonight.
Everyone better watch out. Even me. That should do it.
That's smart observation, Corey. Bayley's looking to end it.
Oh, no. She's in a bad way now. This one's over, guys.
No! She breaks it.
Wow, she's quite the escape artist, Michael.
And Bayley evades that one.
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her women's championship against Natalya. The one thing I thought was unfair about the match is that there was a ban against the Nature Boy Ric Flair being at ringside. If Flair appeared, Charlotte would lose the match and her women's crown.
Corey, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved by making your opponent tap out to any submission maneuver. I think we all know why the Nature Boy was banned from ringside.
When Natalya had Charlotte locked in the sharpshooter, it seemed that the Queen of Hearts was going to be crowned the new champion. Of course, that was until Dana Brooke distracted Daddy, giving Charlotte the opening to lock on the figure eight and force Natalya to submit. It wouldn't be a Flair match without a little bit of controversy, would it?
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her women's championship against Natalya. The one thing I thought was unfair about the match is that there was a ban against the Nature Boy Ric Flair being at ringside. If Flair appeared, Charlotte would lose the match and her women's crown.
Corey, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved by making your opponent tap out to any submission maneuver. I think we all know why the Nature Boy was banned from ringside.
When Natalya had Charlotte locked in the sharpshooter, it seemed that the Queen of Hearts was going to be crowned the new champion. Of course, that was until Dana Brooke distracted Daddy, giving Charlotte the opening to lock on the figure eight and force Natalya to submit. It wouldn't be a Flair match without a little bit of controversy.
And she escapes the submission.
Not a lot of people can break out of that one, Michael. One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in, and she breaks free. I don't know how she did it, but that was impressive. Bayley's on the attack.
Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important in a submission match to be able to reverse the submission move from an opponent as it is to apply a submission maneuver to an opponent. If a superstar can't reverse an opponent's submission, then they're certainly going to be in trouble.
Some superstars have more than one submission at their disposal, and it becomes a pick-your-poison scenario for their opponent. It also depends on the match. Some submission matches are based on winning via a submission move, and others involve a competitor having to use the specific submission they've chosen.
When Bayley finally made it to her first WrestleMania in Orlando, her reality outdid her dreams. Walking in as the Raw Women's Champion, the Huggable One had a boss, a queen, and an irresistible force to overcome.
No, she breaks it. Wow, she's quite the escape artist, Michael.
Oh, man, what a hit.
Knocked right off the apron.
A quick reversal by Bayley.
And it's Bayley feeling fired up. And it's Bayley feeling fired up.
A Simply gorgeous Hurricane Rana. No, she escapes it.
Yeah, I don't know if she had it locked in fully, Michael. Great offense by Bayley.
She gets out of it.
She has renewed life now, Michael.
Vertical suplex.
Nice. Paige just barely gets out of the way.
She's flipped the switch and the light is on. Some people might not agree, but I think sometimes Bayley can be a bit too much.
For some reason, she lets it go.
Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here?
Bayley's on the attack.
She fights out.
But that doesn't mean the damage wasn't already done, Michael.
Driven down with such power, guys.
Beautiful corkscrew elbow drop.
And Corey, she releases the hold.
It's like a questionable decision on paper, but I'm sure she has something up her sleeve here, Cole.
Here comes Bayley. Another slam here. This one is over. Whoa, impressive. You can say that again. I never thought you'd break free from that one.
Oh, she wants this win bad. Great offense by Bayley.
She's not done by a long stretch. She hits it. Bayley brings everyone to their feet.
I don't see Paige coming back from that one.
Getting it done.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
Amazing move there.
I don't know how these superstars are doing it right now. They've got to be exhausted. Another slam here. I don't see Paige coming back from that one.
That is a huge opening for Bayley.
More and more damage inflicted with each belly-to-belly here.
That has got to be it.
And she escapes the submission.
Not a lot of people can break out of that one, Michael.
Oh, what a backbreaker.
Man, just ugly impact.
Things are looking bleak for Bayley here.
I'm not so sure she even knows where she is at this point. I think she's trying to prove a point here.
She lands an enormous elbow.
Executed perfectly.
Big slam. Great move. Nope, she releases it.
Well, that decision may very well come back to haunt her, Cole.
not so fast. She breaks it.
Yeah, but it's got to just be a matter of time before she gets picked off here.
Dodges a bullet there.
And it's Bayley feeling fired up. I can't believe this one's still going on, especially after game, set, match. This one is over. Paige is in trouble.
For some reason, she lets it go.
Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here?
Paige just barely gets out of the way. Bayley's on the attack. Bayley is showing she can talk trash and taunt with the best of them.
Nope, she releases it.
Well, that decision may very well come back to haunt her, Cole.
Look at this. She lets... You can put this one in the bank.
I want to call it a draw.
Hits with the clothesline. And a two-time Divas champion, Paige, hears the bell and is on the move.
I assure you, making one of these competitors quit will be easier said than done.
Whoa, impressive.
You could say that again. I never thought she'd break free from that one.
And she escapes the submission.
Not a lot of people could break out of that one, Michael.
This is a level of destruction no one was expecting.
Boom. Super kick. When we talk about submission matches, we have to speak about one that, in many people's eyes, set the standard. It was WrestleMania 13. Bret the Hitman Hart was in a heated rivalry with a brash star on the rise named Stone Cold Steve Austin. This match started like no other submission match, with the two superstars battling in the crowd and attempting to use ring steps as a weapon.
Byron, you mentioned the submission match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. The rivalry between the Hitman and Stone Cold was so intense that WWE had no choice but to appoint mixed martial arts champion Ken Shamrock as a special guest referee. The Hitman didn't waste any time focusing his assault on Austin's injured knee.
Steve Austin was busted open, and in the ringside area, it looked like a tornado went through. Once locked in the sharpshooter, Austin refused to give up. Stone Cold passed out due to the excruciating pain, which was considered a submission, giving the Hitman the victory. If it's not the greatest match of all time, it's certainly in the discussion. In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
Much more of this, and she could be facing a torn ligament.
Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of a submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using a submission maneuver. For superstars who aren't proficient in submission moves, they enter this type of match at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean they can't win, but they need to perfect applying the...
She gets out of it.
She has the move right now, Michael.
She continues to show her dominance. Escapes trouble there. Neckbreaker! Bayley's looking to end it. A mammoth slam right there, guys.
I don't see Paige coming back from that one.
That is a huge opening for Bayley.
No, she breaks it.
Wow, she's quite the escape artist, Michael.
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules.
Look at Bayley making her move. Incredible move by Bayley.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
And she breaks free.
I don't know how she did it. That was impressive.
Corey, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved by making your opponent tap out to any submission maneuver. I think we all know why the Nature Boy was banned from ringside.
When Natalya had Charlotte locked in the sharpshooter, it seemed that the Queen of Hearts was going to be crowned the new champion. Of course, that was until Dana Brooke distracted Daddy, giving Charlotte the opening to lock on the figure eight and force Natalya to submit. It wouldn't be a Flair match without a little bit of controversy, would it?
Uh-oh, forearm gonna cut off the wind.
She better do something fast.
No, she escapes it.
Yeah, I don't know if she had it locked in fully, Michael.
She comes up with a slam. At this point, you have to figure that the next person to... No! She breaks it!
Wow, she's quite the escape artist, Michael.
The human body can only absorb so much of that. What do you think Bayley needs to focus on right now? At this point, it's fair to wonder how much more she has to give here tonight.
She's a lady that can crank it up at the drop of a hat.
And Paige manages to reverse out of that one. Here comes Bayley, and Bayley makes her pay for all that.
I don't see Paige coming back from that one.
And now Bayley is putting on a clinic.
When she gets in attack mode, look out.
She hits it. Bayley brings everyone to their feet.
I don't see Paige coming back from that one.
There may be no coming back from that slam.
She's not playing any games tonight. Everyone better watch out.
Even me. This one's over, guys.
Let me tell you, the human body was not meant to be slammed like that.
And she breaks free.
I don't know how she did it. That was impressive.
Scoop slam.
Oh, look out. Just punishing the chest. Look at this. She lets her out.
She better have a good reason for this, Cole, because she just had her seconds away from tapping, I think.
For some reason, she lets it go.
Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here?
Great offense by Bayley.
And here we go now.
Look at the look in her eyes. She's in the zone now.
And Corey, she releases the hold.
Looks like a questionable decision on paper, but I'm sure she has something up her sleeve here, Cole.
Going to the top. High risk. Whoa!
Wow. Scoop slam.
At this point, it looks like even the winner of this match will walk out of here beaten and battered.
Back now inside the ring.
Bayley's looking to end it.
And Bayley makes her pay for all that.
That's it. That's what she needed.
Paige with the excellent move to get out. We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe.
Nope, she releases it.
Well, that decision may very well come back to haunt her, Cole.
Oh, what a splash!
You're not going to win many matches absorbing punishment like that.
And Corey, she releases the hold.
Looks like a questionable decision on paper, but I'm sure she has something up her sleeve here, Cole.
She fights out.
But that doesn't mean the damage wasn't already done, Michael.
I can't tell you how many victims have suffered the same fate.
Things are looking bleak for Bayley here.
This match is clearly taking it all out of her.
I think this one's over.
Bayley is showing she can talk trash and taunt with the best of them.
She is on fire.
She's out. She escapes the hold.
Just when it looked like her night was over, too.
And then Bayley's on the attack.
For some reason, she lets it go.
Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here?
Takes her off her feet.
That's how you eliminate somebody's vertical game.
No, she gets out of it.
But she's still struggling, Cole. The end might just be near for her.
And Bayley evades that one. Oh, man, she's rolling now.
Oh, the reversal by Bayley.
Hurricane Rana, and nobody does it better. Whoa, she escapes the stretch.
You sound surprised, Cole. Come on. There's no way she was going to tap to that.
And Bayley evades that one.
She lands the slam. Look at this. She lets her out.
She better have a good reason for this, Cole, because she just had her seconds away from tapping, I think.
Nope, she releases it.
Well, that decision may very well come back to haunt her, Cole.
Look at this. She lets her out.
She better have a good reason for this, Cole, because she just had her seconds away from tapping, I think. She's flipped the switch and the light is on.
Oh, straight forearm. Takes her down with authority.
Man, she went down like a ton of bricks that time.
What grace. Float over into the...
Clearly on a mission here.
Some people might not agree, but I think sometimes Bayley can be a bit too much.
Look at Bayley making her move. Wow, that's any indication she's not taking any prisoners in this one.
I bet you feel foolish riding her off now. Bayley is really applying pressure now, guys.
For some reason, she lets it go.
Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here?
No, she gets out of it.
But she's still struggling, Cole. The end might just be near for her.
Nobody comes back from this.
Paige wants to put it away.
The Paige tap out. That should do it.
And a lethal clothesline. Unique environment here as we kick off this submission match.
Oh, and guys, I'm pretty sure I can watch these women compete each and every week.
This is going to be big, one way or another. Now that's how you make a statement.
And she lets her free.
But the damage was certainly done, Michael. She's not playing any games tonight. Everyone better watch out. Even me.
Paige is starting to slow a bit here.
She doesn't appear too concerned, however.
Oh, man. You know, she's the kind of competitor that actually likes getting hit. It motivates her. And this might just be what she needs to put her over the top, believe it or not.
I definitely didn't anticipate her struggling so much, but hey, crazier things have happened here in the WWE. James Ellsworth, 2016, is a perfect example of that.
And a savage clothesline.
In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
Hurricane Rana beautifully executed. Warm up the buses. This one's over. Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of a submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using the submission maneuver. For superstars who aren't proficient in submission moves, they enter this type of match at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean they can't win, but they need to perfect applying the submission move quickly. Come on, Corey, try and keep up.
I've made it quite clear how...
No! She breaks it!
Wow, she's quite the escape artist, Michael.
I think she's trying to prove a point here. Scoop slam! Look at this. She lets her out.
She better have a good reason for this, Cole, because she just had her seconds away from tapping, I think.
And Corey, she releases the hold.
Looks like a questionable decision on paper, but I'm sure she has something up her sleeve here, Cole.
It's perfect that Bayley's big move, the belly-to-belly, shows just how precise and powerful Bayley can be. When the hugger plants the opposition with her twist on the classic suplex, it's all over.
I remember when Bayley gave Nia Jax a super Bayley-to-belly on the middle rope in NXT, and when Bayley was on Team Raw, the 2016 Survivor Series, the Bayley-to-belly on Becky Lynch sealed the victory for her team. Hugs all around.
Great offense by Bayley.
With an endearing personality and affectionate demeanor, Bayley can appear to be a pushover, but that might be exactly what she wants you to think.
Well, both sides of that coin are true. I would be very accepting of a Bayley hug outside of competition, but I would do all I can to avoid one in a match.
The back of her head took most of the punishment from that.
Picking up Byron's wishful thinking of actually getting a hug from Bayley. It's true that in the confines of a match, Bayley's loving hug soon turns into a devastating belly-to-belly.
I'm usually against Bayley's hugs, and that's all. I just don't like them. I don't care if I was in the ring or out of the ring. I just avoid them at all costs.
Well, she wants this win bad. We're looking at complete domination here. This isn't where Paige wants to be.
Suplex! Classic. Now with complete control.
I spoke with Bayley earlier tonight, and she told me she's not embarrassed or ashamed of the love and passion she had for WWE growing up. She's proud to look back at her poems and essays that convey her desires to be a superstar.
She lands an enormous elbow.
Look at Paige. Astonishing maneuver by Paige.
Wow, what a move by Paige.
The cloverleaf!
She's got it now.
This night could be over for Bayley.
Whoa, she escapes the stretch.
You sound surprised, Cole. Come on, there's no way she was going to tap to that.
Well, if that's any indication, she's not taking any prisoners in this one.
Up and over with a suplex. Bayley has spent her whole career with many of her peers doubting her abilities. The competition tends to overlook Bayley and disregard her accomplishments. I'm always perplexed as to why Bayley doesn't receive more respect. For some reason, she lets it go.
Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here?
Michael, to pick up on what you said about Bayley not getting respect, it dates all the way back to her time at NXT. You would think after her success there, no one would really underestimate her again.
I'll sum up the answer. Bayley came over to larger waters up against bigger fish, and now she's just happy with her spot at the kiddie table while the adults run the women's division.
She is on fire.
Nope, she releases it.
Well, that decision may very well come back to haunt her, Cole.
One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. It's like having a giant bullseye on an arm, leg, ankle, or shoulder.
Nicely executed. She lands an enormous elbow. Elbow drop. Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous. Bayley's looking to end it. Perfectly executed.
That's it. That's what she needed.
That is a huge opening for Bayley.
And she escapes the submission.
Not a lot of people can break out of that one, Michael.
Top of the head taking some punishment.
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's.
She fights out.
But that doesn't mean the damage wasn't already done, Michael.
There may have been no hotter start to a WrestleMania than WrestleMania 30 from right here in New Orleans. Elbow drop!
Corey, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved by making your opponent tap out to any submission maneuver. I think we all know why the Nature Boy was banned from ringside.
When Natalya had Charlotte locked in a sharpshooter, it seemed that the Queen of Hearts was going to be crowned the new champion. Of course, that was until Dana Brooke distracted Natty, giving Charlotte the opening to lock on the figure eight and force Natalya to submit. It wouldn't be a Flair match without a little bit of controversy, would it?
It's become Bayley's MO to fight from underneath. Since her days as NXT, she's had to overcome setback after setback.
Well, certainly known as an ultimate underdog, Bayley faltered many times early in her career. But her devotion and die-hard attitude inspired a passionate following within the WWE.
She somehow breaks free.
But you have to wonder how much damage was done.
Up the turnbuckle goes Bayley.
Look at her go.
We hope Paige wants to put it away.
Elbow drop.
Big time.
Look at Paige here. The Paige tap out.
That might have done it, Cole.
Come on, stop hitting that thing. Wait a minute, I'm just gonna do a match right now. I'm going for that $1 million. I don't care.
Bayley's on the attack.
And remember, submissions only as we get underway here.
Somebody's ego is going to be severely bruised after this submission match, guys. Nobody ever likes to utter the words, "I quit."
Up goes Bayley.
Oh, no. She's in a bad way now.
Float over.
Oh,
And a
great offense by Bayley.
Look at this.
Wow, that that's any indication, she's not taking any prisoners in this one.
Bayley's on the attack.
Paige stumbling some now, though we've seen her come back from worse in the past.
I know she's incredibly confident in her submission skills, and rightfully so, but if she can't get back on the offensive here, it's going to be a long night for her.
Great offense by Bayley.
Boom! A knee right to the face.
When we talk about submission matches, we have to speak about one that, in many people's eyes, set the standard. It was WrestleMania 13. Bret the Hitman Hart was in a heated rivalry with a brash star on the rise named Stone Cold Steve Austin. This match started like no other submission match, with the two superstars battling in the crowd and attempting to use ring steps as a weapon. Bayley's on the attack.
From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries.
Byron, you mentioned the submission match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. The rivalry between the Hitman and Stone Cold was so intense that WWE had no choice but to appoint mixed martial arts champion Ken Shamrock as the special guest referee. The Hitman didn't wait.
Here comes Bayley. When she gets... Oh, what incredible power.
Wow, what a vertical suplex.
This could be it.
Offense like this is exactly how a competitor takes control of a match.
She comes up big with a reversal. Corey, we know Bayley can be a threat in the women's division, but her game isn't without its flaws. How should her opponent expose those?
We've seen Bayley lack killer instinct. She won't go where other women often will. Take her to a place where she's uncomfortable, a place where her only chance to win would require ruthlessness, and watch her indecision destroy her.
Oh, man, she's rolling now.
She's not playing any games tonight. Everyone better watch out. Even me.
That smart observation Corey made about Bayley's lack of a killer instinct has cost her in the past. Bayley is a sympathetic competitor, and that usually doesn't bode well in WWE.
Bayley has trouble getting extreme. It's not in her DNA. Perhaps it's best to back her into a corner where drastic measures would be her only option. Then take advantage of her hesitation.
Russian leg sweep. Firmly in the driver's seat after that slam.
Oh, no. She's in a bad way now.
Nope, she releases it.
Well, that decision may very well come back to haunt her, Cole.
For some reason, she lets it go.
Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here?
Look at this. She lets her out.
She better have a good reason for this, Cole, because she just had her seconds away from tapping. I think. In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
Look at Bayley making her moves.
She comes up with a slam.
I don't see Paige coming back from that one. What a slam, Michael.
Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of a submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using a submission maneuver. For superstars who aren't proficient in submission moves, they enter this type of match at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean they can't.
Bayley's looking to end it.
You can see the pain on her face after that slam.
Wow, she's fought her way all the way back here. Paige is in trouble.
Whoa, impressive.
You can say that again. I never thought you'd break free from that one.
And the elbow drop hits.
Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important as submission match to be able to reverse the submission move.
Here comes Paige, hit that one.
Wow, what a move by Paige.
She lands an enormous elbow. Oh, wow.
And she's driven to the mat.
The cloverleaf.
And she looked like she had no chance just a few moments ago.
Look at that, she escapes.
Talk about coming up clutch, guys. I've made it quite clear how offensive I find Bayley's hugs, but I will admit the Bayley-to-belly suplex will take you right out of your boots.
Great offense by Bayley. This is a level of destruction no one was expecting.
And Corey, she releases the hold.
Looks like a questionable decision on paper, but I'm sure she has something up her sleeve here, Cole.
It's perfect that Bayley's big move, the Bayley-to-belly, shows just how precise and powerful Bayley can be. When the hugger plants the opposition with her twist on the classic suplex, it's all over.
I remember when Bayley gave Nia Jax a super Bayley-to-belly off the middle rope in NXT, and when Bayley was on Team Raw, the 2016 Survivor Series, the Bayley-to-belly on Becky Lynch sealed the victory for her team. Hugs all around.
She executes the fisherman suplex perfectly. She's in control now following that slam. Nope, she releases it.
Well, that decision may very well come back to haunt her, Cole.
The human body can only absorb so much of that. You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now. Here comes Bayley.
Slam down with authority.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys.
She slams her down with great force.
Bayley's on the attack.
I'm told her photo galleries are responsible for a good portion of... Look at this! And Paige manages to reverse out of that one.
Bayley has spent her whole career with many of her peers doubting her abilities. The competition tends to overlook Bayley and disregard her accomplishments. I'm always perplexed as to why Bayley doesn't receive more respect.
Look at these two giving it their all. There's absolutely no quitting them tonight. How's that for ferocious? Looks like someone hit the repeat button for this move. That should do it.
Even more amazing this time around, Cole.
And Corey, she releases the hold.
Looks like a questionable decision on paper, but I'm sure she has something up her sleeve here, Cole.
Michael, to pick up on what you said about Bayley not getting respect, it dates all the way back to its...
No, she escapes it.
Yeah, I don't know if she had it locked in fully, Michael.
Look at this. She lets her out.
She better have a good reason for this, Cole, because she just had her seconds away from tapping, I think. The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her women's championship against Natalya. The one thing I thought was unfair about the match is that there was a ban against the Nature Boy Ric Flair being at ringside. If Flair appeared, Charlotte would lose the match and her women's crown.
Nice move. Scoop slam.
Well, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus
She fights out.
But that doesn't mean the damage wasn't already done, Michael.
She's flipped the switch and the light is on.
It's got to be hard to rebound from that one.
And Bayley evades that one.
Big slam. Look at this.
She's so dangerous. This one's getting ugly. You might want to turn away if you have nicely done.
Game, set, match. This one is over.
That is a huge opening for Bayley.
And the ropes break this one up.
Great ring awareness there, Michael. Great offense by Bayley.
Looks like Bayley's getting pushed to the limit here.
At this point, you have to wonder if she can recover from this.
One of these three women is going to quit here tonight. And if things keep going like this, it's going to be her.
Yeah, but she still appears to be winning this match, at least from my standpoint.
I think she's trying to prove a point here.
And she hits a harrowing fall-away slam.
Well, she wants this win bad.
Bayley, here we go.
Oh, incredible move by Bayley.
I don't see Paige coming back from that one. Paige is in trouble.
Wow, kicking butt and taking names.
When she gets in attack mode, look out. Paige with the excellent move to get out.
Oh, did you see the impact on that DDT? For some reason, she lets it go.
Did you ever stop to think that she might have something else planned here?
You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now.
Bayley's on the attack.
At some point, the referee may want to think about stopping this one before somebody gets seriously injured.
She hits her with a double underhook suplex. And Corey, she releases the hold.
It's like a questionable decision on paper, but I'm sure she has something up her sleeve here, Cole.
Well, if that's any indication, she's not taking any prisoners in this one.
Some people might not agree, but I think sometimes Bayley can be a bit too much.
Connects with a knee drop.
She's flipped a switch, and the light is on.
Nope, she releases it.
Well, that decision may very well come back to haunt her, Cole.
Oh, she wants this win bad. Great offense by Bayley. She makes it look easy.
And the...
A minor miracle might be needed to overcome this beating.
What grace. Float over into the... And the DDT connects. Look at this. She lets her out.
She better have a good reason for this, Cole, because she just had her seconds away from tapping, I think.
Oh, and she gets floored by that one.
Yeah, there's no staying on your feet after something like that. Bayley's on the attack.
Back now inside the ring.
Message delivered. Both these superstars appear to be operating on fumes here, guys.
Paige just barely gets out of the way.
And she's driven down hard.
This might just be the end of the road for her.
Yes!
Bayley has done it.
Boom, 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 boom.
Here is your winner, Bayley.
And a trophy. Used to be the leader of the Bullet Club.
Face the facts, man. This guy may... It's all academic from here.
This will surely be a true mano-a-mano test. It's amazing. For more than 50 years, men and women have entered this ring all in the name of greatness to see who is truly the best. I think when it's all said and done, we'll be talking about this match for a long time.
And it looks to me like this entire arena is on its feet, and understandably so.
He's taken down face first. Just an unforgiving slam.
Wow, he just slammed him with ease.
His signature slam.
He's not looking like himself here. I don't think he expected to be in this position here.
He just has to make sure this doesn't get too out of hand for him. Sometimes momentum has a way of permanently swinging one way. That's what he wants to avoid here.
I think a lot of people right now are scratching their heads wondering how he let this match get so out of hand.
What a forearm.
Clearly on a mission here. We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe. And he hits with a diving assault. He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle. He's inflicting some serious pain here. He's looking a little weary here. I'm not sure how much more he has to give.
Oh, man, his chances are dwindling quickly. He's just taken on...
Unbelievable move by Adam Cole. Truly spectacular.
I knew it was only a matter of time. Kurt Hawkins is in trouble.
His shoulders are down.
There's the pinfall and the victory.
No, Rookie just beat him.
Here is
But
your
he isn't
winner.
indie.
Big win here, guys.
These guys look like a couple of hosses.
He's just like the guy. Just like Daniel Bryan. But they don't know they have a choice not to wrestle for CWC.
The Scottish...
Nightmare.
Oh, man. Both superstars come into this matchup with a lot to prove.
Man, this card is just packed with so many great matches, and this one is definitely among the most anticipated, I'd say.
You have to possess a different type of focus to punish an opponent like this. He's going for it all.
And he connects with a missile drop kick.
And in the thing, in the alliance he is in with those two. Two of
Crashing
them
to the canvas
used to
like
be in
that can tear
alliance with
muscles
Daniel
and
Bryan,
break bones.
the American Dragons. That's what they were called. And he was the leader. Not him, but Daniel Bryan.
That packed a punch.
He's positioned up on that turnbuckle.
I would not want to be him right now.
Oh, my God!
He's starting to feel it here. He's going to want to make sure this doesn't snowball out of control.
I'm not going to go so far as to say he can't win this match, but things certainly aren't looking good for him right now.
He's got him covered. Digging deep for a kick out.
Not yet.
Oh, I think this man means business.
And he lands the slam.
You gotta believe this one's over. I don't want to know what that feels like. Incoming. Look at this. Right to the body. He wants no part of the outside. I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Look at this. And he hits with the dive. He's going for the pin.
No trouble kicking out of that one. Nah, not yet. Too early.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Look at this. Victory is on the horizon. This right here is exactly what Adam Cole was waiting for.
Cole knows when to pick.
He's got him covered.
Yes! Unreal performance.
Here is your winner, Adam Cole.
And this one in the books for Adam Cole, baby!
Hey, they both gave it their all, but in the end, we were left with the best man standing.
Wow.
Okay, that's it for me. So have fun, be safe, and I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, subscribe to Pit Rat TV on YouTube, and follow me on Mixer as Iron Pit Rat 123. To my cousins, I love you very much. Thank you. Goodbye.